to be able to come back to Philly and get this honor and get recognized. Does that add to how special it is?
Coming back to Philly?
Meaning you're coming back to your hometown team and you're getting this recognition now.
Yeah.
Career year, basically, in a Pro Bowl. Does that make it even more special that it's in your hometown?
100%. Being from here, being able to do it in my hometown for the Eagles, it means so much more.
And did you say you got the phone call? Who called you?
Coach Sirianni called me. Yeah, he called me.
That's cool. Who's the first person you called to let?
Called my mom, called my dad, and my friends, and let everybody know.
What was your mom and dad's reaction?
My dad was at work. He had ran out the gym, started yelling. Mom saying, "Wait!" Everybody was excited.
That's cool.
Yeah, thank you.
It looked like in the video the team released, though, it was a kind of subdued celebration. Why do you think that was?
Because it's a great accomplishment for everybody that got voted on to, but we know it's a lot of work to be done for the season. That's why, probably. I can't speak for everybody else, but that's probably why.
Yeah, Andrew, in what ways has Jamal helped you throughout the season?
It's been great. It's great since I got here. This is attention to detail, holding me accountable and everybody else in the room accountable. Great teacher.
I asked you something after the Vikings game about what that volume of carries showed.
Yeah.
For you, but now you look at it over the course of the season. This is by far the most you've carried the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think you've answered a lot of questions about yourself this year?
100%. Like I said, it ain't over with yet. So, any other questions anybody got, anything like that, I'll be here to answer when it's all said and done.
What's been the key for you to carry this type of load throughout the year?
Preparation. Prepare the right way. Hard work. That's about it.
With that, physically, how are you feeling right now?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Jordan Mailata said there's really good vibes this week, and he said he senses his team is going to get its swag back. Is there something about this week that you're feeling?
We ready to go play football. I'll put it like that. We're ready to go play football. Yeah.
It seemed the post-game locker room after this past game wasn't kind of the moment to feel joy, if you will, but 1,000 yards is significant for a running back. What's the significance of that number for you now that you've hit it?
That's a great benchmark for any running back ever since I got introduced to the game of football. 1,000 yards for a running back. I mean, any position. You know what I'm saying? I mean, quarterback a little bit different, but being able to touch that, it's a great achievement. A goal of mine for a while.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Landon Dickerson, you see him get his second Pro Bowl, and you're on 7, right?
7,
I mean, how much of an honor is it that you're still going at this stage in your career and you're being recognized and honored?
Yeah, I think, I look at it more as, to be great as an offensive lineman, it really requires having a really good unit and a good group. And Jeff Stoutland has had so many players make the Pro Bowl, and for consecutive years, he's a fantastic coach. And for all 5 of us to, at least be alternates or in it, really speaks to the level of coach that he is and what he gets out of his players. I've been fortunate to play next to a lot of really, really good players that mask my weaknesses and make me look very good and let me do the things that I excel at. And I think Landon, when you start seeing guys start getting theirs, it makes it that much more fun as a group and rewarding.
What does it mean to you? DeAndre Swift comes home to his hometown, gets 1,000 yards, which says means a lot to him, and he gets a Pro Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, we knew right away when he was in camp that there was some explosion and some unique ability there, and really, really happy. 1, to have him on the team. 2, to be able to block for him because he makes my job a lot easier. But then for him to get the recognition as one of the best backs in the league is awesome.
Landon Dickerson just said it's more about, for him this week, he got the Pro Bowl nod, but it's more about this game, getting back on track for this team. Are you in that mindset too?
Of course, yeah. No, listen, honors are great, and that's, you appreciate when peers and other people in your profession and fans notice, how good you are, and I'm sure Landon feels that way, but the reality is we got a lot bigger things that we're focused on right now.
That video that the team put out, it seemed like you guys weren't overly enthused when Nick announced it in the meeting. Was that an accurate depiction of the emotion at the time?
I don't know. For me, I was happy to see Lane Johnson and all the other guys up there get that recognition. I think that obviously we're in a mindset right now that we're trying to get better and work on things. So, but no, I was happy to see the guys get recognized and other people that are alternates and stuff like that. For sure, happy for those guys.
Jordan just said he feels something different about the team this week in the preparation and maybe the tightness over the last month, and that maybe there feels like the swag is coming back to this team. Do you sense anything maybe this week is something's happening?
I'm not going to say anything like that. I'm going to go out there and play football, and I think you got to go out there and do it, and I think that's what I'm looking forward to going out.
You acknowledged on WIP this week that you're very much focused on the now, not the future. You also said on your pod, acknowledged that could be the last game at the Link this season. What are your emotions when it comes to that possibility, and in any way does that fuel you going forward to try to get this right?
I don't know that it fuels anything going forward to get it right. I think what fuels me going forward is trying to be better as a team and reach the potential that I think this group has. We have a lot of great players, continue to say a lot of great coaches. We're on a stretch right now where we haven't played good football, and I think we get another opportunity to go out there this week. And go prove to ourselves and go out there and have fun together.
Jason, AJ had mentioned, I talked about Nick's loyalty with you guys yesterday, and brought up the case that he covers, and takes kind of the heat for situations that have nothing to do with him. Someone who's had a whole number of different coaches. How far does that go, coaches, and Nick specifically, when he shows that type of loyalty to him?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think you want everybody taking accountability. You want everybody, staying together through times of adversity. You want to make the corrections, and you want to be honest with each other and everybody to be accountable. But I think, when you have a head coach who, has everybody's back and continues to work and continues to push guys to be the best version of themselves, that's what you want.
Did Nick switch anything up this week?
In terms of what?
Anything to kickstart, turn things around?
No, I mean, I think we're really.
Messaging,
I think the biggest change in messaging, I guess, and I don't know that it's any different because we always approach every week, I guess, like it's own week. But we're really just starting with this week as though we're starting from scratch. We're starting from ground zero. Let's just win this week. Let's win the day. Let's win the practice, and let's go out there and do everything we need to win this week.
Just to follow up real quick on Tim's, has Nick ever kind of publicly taken a bullet for something that you've done that we didn't know about?
I'm sure he has. I mean, I'm sure. I'm positive he has. Yeah. But I
you don't recall any?
No, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I don't listen to a lot of press clippings, but I know that. I think collectively you have a good group, a good coach, and a good team. When they aren't throwing guys under the bus, I think it's a pretty good mark of a good team.
Third alternate for the Pro Bowl. Did you think you'd be higher? Did you hope to be higher?
I didn't even know I was going to make it, to be honest. I'm more excited that Landon made a second year. Yeah, Pro Bowl. Hell yeah. It's going to reset the market. Sorry, Howie. Sorry, Howie. You know it's true.
Are there points of emphasis going into this week to really certain things you really want to hone in on before the playoffs?
It's more the same, but having a lot more fun. I think we just need to. It's been a tight couple weeks, and I'll say a month, and I think just getting our swag back and just being comfortable, but also more the same. Just being more detailed, executing at a high rate, understanding what your technique is, and going out there and like we did today and execute. So
in that video that the team put out, announcing the Pro Bowl, it seemed like no one was overly enthused by it. Was that the feeling in the room at the time?
I think it was just edited poorly. I just think it was edited poorly.
Fair enough.
That's it. Nothing else to it.
You mentioned getting your swag back. You have 1 week to do it. Does that make this a more vital game, knowing that you only have 1 more week to get back before the playoffs?
Well, when you get to the playoffs, it's week to week. So, we know going into this game, we want to try and get back to Eagle football. And whatever that is, whatever it takes, that's what we're going to do. So playing clean football, playing smart football, and going out there and executing at a high level. And that's all it's going to take. That's what we talk about it all the time, but we've spent enough time talking. We're going to go out there and do it now. So the vibes are high this week. The energy's high, and got a good feeling this week that the boys are here, gonna get together and pull one.
What's behind those good vibes?
Pardon?
What's behind the good vibes?
I think again doubling down on the core values: compete, connect, accountability, fundamentals, football IQ. We definitely done that this week. You guys heard AJ talk. I think that helped a lot. Especially for the young guys that we have on the team. Us old guys, we knew he was going to talk. We knew what kind of leader he is. We just need to give him space. And give him that space that he needed. And then you guys, you heard him. He had the whole world watching him yesterday for about 20 minutes. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Jordan, what's it mean to you, the whole group, either getting Pro Bowl or Pro Bowl all the entire offense? Jeff Stoutland University is a real good thing going on. So make sure you go buy those hoodies at the Eagles Autism Shop or the Eagles Financial Lincoln, whatever it's called. I'm fried right now, guys. I'm sorry.
Got to reset that market.
A little tired after that practice. So.
Jordan, what's your read on why the younger players needed to hear that?
We're all just on the same page.
AJ is AJ Brown. That's and he's a vet, and coming into an NFL locker room, it's a little bit different. And I never got the privilege of going to college, but even then I would speak to the guys who did go, and they say it's a little different. The NFL locker room is a little different than a college locker room, and guys are finding their way, trying to figure out how to navigate through this journey they're on. And when you have guys who embrace the culture and embrace the accountability, especially star players like AJ himself, I think it kind of eases it a little bit. You understand more of the situation and learn from it. You can learn from other people. So
you just said you were a little tired from the practice.
Some
guys were saying that the mistakes that are happening in practice, mistakes would happen and they'd show up in the games. Was there something special about today's practice?
Who said that? Sorry. Who said that?
Lane?
He was right.
So was there?
Practice was great. Yeah, it was a little bit shorter, so we just hammered away, high intensity, high detailed, high IQ. It was an awesome practice. I feel like everybody had it was that swag, getting that swag back. Everybody had that bounce to them. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just practice was good today. Everybody was flying around. So yeah.
Did it feel like that?
Pardon my language, guys. I'm sorry, Mom.
You're good. Thank you.
Just to follow up on that real quick, did it feel like that swag and that bounce was missing in previous weeks?
You don't really know, honestly. You don't really know until it happens. I don't think it was missing. It's just I didn't notice till this week. You know what I mean? Like I'm so used to just the routine, the process. But this week just felt different, and this is just from me speaking. It just felt different this week. And you could see it.
So to you, does that feel like a good encouraging sign?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah,
you're good. That's good. All right, Landon Dickerson's up at the podium.
Yeah.
Swap places, son.
This guy was joking, going to reset the market out there. Getting 2 Pro Bowls, what does that do for you and the job you're doing?
I don't really know. Market-wise, that's what I pay my agent for.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing. I don't know how it works, but it's the way you pay people to do it and figure out whatever value it is. If they want to, give me an extension or however it works out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay here, but again, it's numbers and money thing. Business is business. So.
Yeah. What kind of an honor is it when you see a guy like Jason Kelce? I think he's on to 7 Pro Bowls now, and you're making your way here. How much of an honor is that to hear your name again this year?
Again, it wasn't really, important to me, at this time. What's more important now is, worried about this, this game coming up versus the Giants, and then, moving into the playoffs. So, it's a cool thing, I guess, to get recognized for. But again, it's, this next game is the most important thing on my mind. So.
Jordan was just joking about the editing of the video they sent out. It didn't seem like anybody smiled when Nick read your names. Was that really how it happened? Is everybody just so focused this week, knowing that the game is more important?
Yeah, I mean, I think those were live. Or I don't know. There was cameras in the room, but I think he was upset because he had his little hoodie thing pinned on his ear. He does that sometimes. He looked kind of stupid, but he looks like that most of the time.
You personally, I remember over your career, you were asking. You've always been kind of like very self-critical of yourself, and despite making a Pro Bowl last year, it feels like you still stay that way. How does making your second in a row change that or raise the standards for you?
I mean, it doesn't change anything. It's just, again, you just evaluate what you do good and what you do bad every year, and there's things that I want to fix. And like, are you the best reporter in the country, in the world? No. All right. So then, what do you do to work? Do you still have to work on that?
Yeah.
All right. So that's, exactly how it is. So, when you start, I feel like there's, a big issue with, people thinking, if you're the best ever, whatever. Once you start getting comfortable, you get complacent, and then you get complacent, and you get beat.
So let me ask you this: did that happen with this team at all? The Super Bowl appearance last year, 10-1. Do you think that it all happened with this team?
I don't think there was any complacency with this team. I think, every year a team has a 1-year expiration on it. No matter, if you only lose, 1 or 2 guy, minimal amount of people, it's going to be a different team, right? Different dynamic. Guys come back. It's going to be different. And, it's just how it is every year you're not going to have the same guys. You're not going to have the same staff. It's a growing process and figuring out what it is. And, just continuing to grow, evaluate yourself throughout the year and fix things. And, even when we were, I don't even know what our record was, if we were 9-1 or whatever, we were still, same mindset, same process that we went through that we've gone through now since we haven't had a good stretch. So it's how it is.
It's also a mystery. I don't think anybody knew that Nick was going to also announce this. Okay. And in the meeting at the time, like the way he did it, he started it off like a regular meeting, and then he went right into the Pro Bowl. Like, here goes the Pro Bowl guy. So I don't think anybody was expecting it to be announced in the meeting at all as well. But I think it's a combination of that, and just like I said, we expect more. We're not where we want to be. We got this last game before we start making this playoff push, and like I said, we're trying to win the Super Bowl. So Pro Bowl is all good, but we want more.
Sorry, this was asked already, but what can be learned from the last time you guys played the Giants? What have you looked at on film, like kind of the biggest takeaways heading into this weekend?
Just looking at just looking at the mistakes that we made in that game, getting that corrected, and then just going to look at it and see if they've done anything in the last 2 weeks since the last time we played them.
What you were saying about the Pro Bowl, your feeling, do you think all the guys share that? I mean, sense that everyone feels the same way? Yeah,
I don't want to speak for anybody, but when you look at the guys that's in there, a lot of us was leaders on the team. So I'm pretty sure that it's like I said, it's a combination of the way that Nick came up. He approached it. Not saying that he approached it wrong or anything like that. It's a combination of that, and then also, like I said, most of the guys that got the Pro Bowl are leaders on his team, well accomplished, and expect more at the end of the day out of everybody.
I'm sorry if you've been asked this already, but what do you think's key in turning 1-4 December around going forward heading into the postseason?
Honestly, I don't know, other than to continue to come in each and every day and continue to go to work. That's for me, myself. I don't want to speak for everybody, but for me, myself, in the past when things weren't going my way or, I wanted to change things, it was always about, continue to come to work each day and work on the things that I wanted to fix.
I'm not breaking news to you. You know the numbers. You dropped in the coverage more than any point in your Eagles career, and you rushed the fewest percentage of snaps in your Eagles career. How'd you feel about that coming out of the game?
Man, right now we just trying to get things done to win a game. I'm just doing what's asked of me at the end of the day, and trying to help the team win and with whatever way we can win. So if that's what it calls for, I mean, I'm willing to do it. I'm gonna go out there, do what's required of me, do what I'm asked to do at the end of the day, and hopefully that plan works, and that's what was needed. That'll be what's needed to get done in order for us to win.
How much of what happened Sunday had to do with changing coordinator and him trying to implement new ideas?
I think a lot of it, you know, like you said, we changed coordinators. You know, they got a different style, a different way they want things done, and that's pretty much what it is. Patricia's in there now. He has a certain way that he would like for things to be done, and you know, we're doing our best to adapt to that in this time period that we have, and trying to get everybody on the same page moving forward. That way, we can be great in the playoffs.
Is that why when I watched the film, there were several times when the guys were running around, and even they were getting snaps off and guys weren't in the right positions because some of the calls were new and different, or?
And it could be, that's a thing, that's a combination of everything. You know, it could be the timing of the call coming in. It could be simply us changing personnel, trying to make sure that we got the right personnel on the field, and people trying to hurry up and get where they need to be so that way we can execute the call. So I just think, you know, I think it's once again, that's a thing, that's a combination of things. You know, I can see that being even a reason, right? We changed DCs not too long ago. Like I said, we've been implementing some things, getting more of what Patricia wants in the defenses, you know, the things that he wants done, and, you know, we're trying our best to hurry up, get everybody caught up to full speed, understanding what he wants, and like I said, going out there and trying to execute the ball.
Do you have enough time to do that, or there's only one game left?
Say it again.
Do you have enough time to do that, to achieve that?
You know, it's hard, man. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, you know, but it's our job at the end of the day, you know, so there's no complaints about it. But yeah, it's definitely a hard thing, right? You spend so much time with one DC and learn, you know, a new DC at that at the beginning of the year, and trying to learn everything that he wants us to do, his terminology, you know, the way that he calls things, and then, you know, towards the end of the season we switch. But like I said, at the end of the day, it must get done. That's what, you know, that's what the higher ups here felt was needed to get done in order to try to make a change and get some things corrected. So as players, you know, we got to go out there and do our best to perform.
You ever been part of that kind of anything like that before? Mid-season, midstream?
Not mid-season, though. I've been through a bunch of DC and head coaching changes within my career. Honestly, every year besides 2 years, I had to see a DC. So in my 7-year career, you know, I've done had, you know, 7 or 8 now new DCs. So I've had a DC change before, so it's nothing new to me. But, you know, having a mid-season, in-season change, that's a first. But like I said, I've been through it before. So for someone like me, it's easy to kind of adapt and go out there and perform.
The other thing is there's a lot of new players who just got here and we're kind of learning Sean's scheme. And like some of those guys, when Shaq gets here, learns a defense in a week. Now it's a new defense. I mean, for all those guys, really buy it. I mean, it's got to be.
No, that's why I said, you know, I'm not going to sit here and act like it's not a hard thing to do. You know, it is hard. It's extremely hard. You know, just going from one set of terminology to another set of terminology is hard in itself. But, you know, this is our job, and it's required of us, and no matter what, it's up to us to try to get it done.
If Zach Cunningham is back this week, how much can he help the run defense?
Oh, but a tremendous amount. You know, Zach has played, especially in the run defense, he has played a big role this year. Tremendous help, violent, physical, and always comes downhill. So, definitely happy to have him back, knowing, you know, the kind of issues we've been having these last couple of weeks, and knowing what he brings to the game. You know, that run game, he's a big part of enforcing. You know, the violence, the physicality, the way he approaches, and, you know, the way he plays the game. So, like I said, extremely happy to have Zach back.
There's still a great opportunity for you guys to turn this around and go on a run, despite what the past month has brought. But going from 10-1 to now, what can you pinpoint as reasons behind what happened the past 5 games?
Oh, it's there. You know, it's on the tape. We know what it is. It's just up to us to get it corrected at the end of the day. It's the 1-2, it's the willingness, and it's at the end of the day, it's knowing what we're playing for, right? No matter what we're seeded, our destiny is still right in front of us, right? We still control everything. We just got to take this thing one game at a time, one day at a time, until it's all over.
Understanding and recognizing that you do what's asked and you do what's best for the team. What's the best way to maximize your skill set?
Oh, man. You know, I think that'd be a conversation for another time. I think it's a lot of things, you know, but like I said, man, I'm just trying to do what's asked of me right now, knowing what's in front of us, knowing that we have a short time, knowing that we have some things that we're trying to get fixed, or some things that we're trying to get some answers to, so that way we can go out there and be a better defense. So as of right now, man, I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing what's asked of me. Whatever's called, I'm going out there and I'm just trying to play and make an impact.
Second few more for Haason.
What is going through your mind in terms of when you saw the production last year, you saw it work, how do you kind of deal with the numbers that aren't there for defense?
That's another issue. That's a combination of a lot of things there. You know, we don't have the same. We don't have the same exact personnel from last year. Had a lot of guys come back, but we don't have the same exact personnel for last year. We're playing with more younger guys this year, so it's a combination of a lot of things. And what was my
how do you deal with that? Is it frustration? You feel?
You know,
what do you feel?
As a leader on the team, sometimes it can be frustrating, but I always try to bring myself back and realize how as you're a leader on the team, you know, it's about bringing guys along, trying to make sure guys' morale is boosted, and at the end of the day, trying to get the best out of the guys on the team. So, you know, it's, like I said, it's just about me trying to do my part, be a better leader, being more inspiring and bringing more guys along, especially in this postseason, as you know, this is where, you know, football gets real. You know, when everything's on the line, is when to go home. So just like I said, trying to do my part in being a leader, bringing everybody along, and trying to get the best out of the guys.
Can the defense turn things around?
Oh, of course. I feel like everything is able to be turned around. At the end of the day, it's the willingness, it's the want to, you know, and it's putting time on task. You know, it's diving into your craft and really focusing and honing in. So that's what we have to do, right? We got this next stretch. You know, we got two more definite games. You know, we play this next one against the Giants. We got playoffs after that, and each game after that is one at a time. So hopefully, you know, everybody understands the strain of the importance of what postseason football is, and you know, just dive into football for these next couple weeks, or for however long our journey continues.
So you guys were so good against the run for so long. Why do you think?
Say it one more time.
You guys were so good against the run. I think like 8 weeks in, it was like 66 yards. 156. What has changed in your mind to lead that? And is that the number one thing that needs to be fixed as you guys get ready for the postseason?
I will say that is one of the number one things that need to. The reason why, I don't know. I don't have a reason. It could be simply, you know, we were so great last year. I feel like teams are just, you know, they're attacking us differently this year, and trying to expose some different things. And as far as the run goes, it is extremely important, especially, you know, getting ready to go into postseason football, playoff football. It is extremely important for us to get the, you know, the rush defense going, and getting back to what we were able to do, like you said, the first 6 to 8 weeks, because teams will try to run the ball. You know, at this point, is do whatever you got to do to get the win, so that way you can continue your journey. So rush defense has been a problem for us, and it's up to us to get it corrected.
What's it like being a Pro Bowl alternate for the first time?
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I didn't think, you know, that would happen, but that it happened. It shows a lot what people see and what they believe in what I do on the field and off the field. It's awesome.
How was that told to you? How'd you find out?
From the head coach. Came up to me 2 days ago, something like that. He just told me, he was doing the lift. And I was like, oh, snap. I didn't really get to it. I had to finish the lift.
You didn't lose a lot of football games in college. What has this transition been like for you, trying to navigate adversity like this?
It's not really that difficult. It's not messing with me that much. I haven't lost that many games, but I did lose like 40 games. So, it's just, it's a couple L's, but, I'm trying to get it done. And it's about winning.
Have veterans kind of helped you navigate this at all?
I think we all help each other. We all feel the same. We all want to be the best we could be, but at the end of the day, we all here for each other. We all just want to win.
What's it been like from your perspective, having like some of the highest of highs so far this year, and then some really low lows?
Well, this is my first time ever going through that. Being at high point, and at the end starting to get lower and lower. It's different, but it really hasn't affected me. At the end of the day, I'm still here to work. We still got a game coming up, and still going to play in that game and give it my hardest.
How do you manage that and still put in the same effort and the same work that you do, no matter what?
Just be myself. At the end of the day, just being myself. Don't let anything get to my head. At the end of the day, I know these guys got my back. The Georgia Bulldogs got my back. Everybody got my back, whatever, and we all got each other back.
From your perspective, what's been the difference in terms of approach defensively from the last 3 games with Coach Patricia and before that with Coach Hassan?
That's a good question. I don't know, man. Whoever's coaching us, I don't look at them different. Everybody is a coach for a reason. They got the job for a reason. Of course, they know what they're talking about, know what they're doing. I'm trusting them every week. Starting from the first day we come in into game day, if anything changes and stuff like that. But whatever comes and they give us is what we're going with.
We haven't talked to you obviously since the Cardinals game. What do you kind of see? What would you see as kind of like the big issue there? As far as not getting a lot of pressure on the kind of
I don't know. At the end of the day, like I say, get pressure. You've been doing this your whole life. Let's go. Let's work. There's no excuses. You just got to get back there and make it time. Get a sack. Everything.
How do you feel getting ready for your first playoffs in the NFL?
I feel good. Being in the playoffs my first year, it's awesome. It's an awesome experience. I'm gonna enjoy the experience for sure. And trying to win every game after that.
Thanks, Jalen. Appreciate it.